Hey, and welcome to this quick demo video about text-to-speech and speech-to-text in Snowflake. This is a Snowflake-hosted Streamlit app, and on the left you see we have a couple of options here. So let's start with the first page here, text-to-speech. In this case, the text-to-speech model is hosted on Snowpark Container Services, and it is running on GPUs, which gives it quite a good performance. What we can do is enable autoplay of responses. So whenever there is some voice created, we will automatically play it to the user. And we can select the output language. For the first test, let's start with English. I have a prepared text here. We can hit on generate text.
Having text-to-speech capabilities in Streamlit with Snowflake adds an exciting layer of interactivity and accessibility.
Let's stop this for a second. So as you can see, this was rather fast and it was transcribing the entire text into voice. Let's hit it again. In this case, let's also use a different language. So I hit on translation, and that means this text here is going to be translated to whatever language we select for the output language. And the voice is also being created in a different language. So let's hit maybe on German.
Die Textzusprachefunktionen in Streamlit mit Snowflake fügen einer Datenanwendung eine aufregende Ebene der Interaktivität.
So as we see, this text is now being generated in German and the voice was also German. That's it for the first small demo part. Then let's hit to speech to text. What you can do here is record yourself and then generate the transcription from your text. You can also select which model you want to use. There are various sizes available. The smaller the model, the less accurate it is. So maybe in this case, let's try the largest one here, which has state-of-the-art capabilities for speech to text. Hey, my name is Michael. So we recorded ourselves and then hit generate text. As you can see, it took less than a second to generate the transcription for this text. And if you combine both approaches and also the LLMs hosted natively inside of Snowflake, we can actually talk to an LLM completely within Snowflake and have the LLM also respond via voice. So let's hit autoplay responses again. We want to talk in English right now. We can select a variety of different models, and for the speech-to-text model, I'm going to use the large V3 Turbo. Provide 2 sentences about Snowflake as a data company. And now this text is being sent to the LLM to generate the answer.
Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehousing company that helps organizations store, analyze, and share massive amounts of data.
So as you can see, my voice was correctly transcribed into text. We sent that text to the underlying LLM. The LLM gave us a textual response, and we used the text-to-speech model to finally generate some voice. And of course, we can do that in different languages as well. So maybe in this case, let's say we want to talk in English, German. Hit autoplay responses again. Was ist 3 plus 6?
Drei plus 6 ist gleich 9.
So as you can see, we can also talk in multiple languages to the LLM and have it respond in the correct language. All of these demos were run on GPUs powered by Snowpark Container Services. If you don't have access to these, you can also run the models natively inside of the Streamlit app, basically on Snowflake's standard virtual warehouses, which are powered by CPU. So let's have a look at this first example here, text to speech. It's the same demo as we've seen on SPCS, but remember now it's on CPU, so expect a much slower performance. As you can see, it already takes quite some time just on CPUs.
Having text-to-speech capabilities as Streamlit with Snowflake adds an exciting layer of interactivity and
So it also works, but obviously it's much slower than on GPUs. Same goes for speech to text. We can also natively use Streamlit to collect the model and then, hey, my name is Michael. And then have it transcribed. But again, this is taking obviously more time than if you would run it on GPUs. And last but not least, we also have the Talk with LLM demo just purely on warehouses. Let me hit autoplay responses, keep all of that as default values. Provide 2 sentences about Snowflake as a data company. And now again, my voice is transcribed. The transcription is sent to the LLM will generate the answer, and finally this answer will be turned into voice using the text-to-speech model. But as you can already see, this takes quite some time, so probably I would recommend to host your models on Snowpark container services with GPUs.
Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehousing company that was founded in 2012 and had...
Let's stop this one. So what models are available? Let's have a look at the homepage here. For text-to-speech, the following models from Facebook's massive multilingual speech project are available. As you can see, a couple of very major languages are available. And the other direction, speech to text, I'm using the Whisper models, and all of these Whisper models are available from the tiny one, which is very performant up to large version 3 Turbo, which is state-of-the-art in terms of speech to text and is also fairly fast. How do you get this demo? So I have a GitHub repository that I share with all of you, which contains everything that you need to build this app yourself. If you want to deploy it on your side, all you need to do is go into your Snowflake account, open a worksheet, and copy paste this code in it. It is using the GitHub integration to get all the code from this GitHub, and finally it will execute the setup SQL here. If you want to have it fully automated, set this execute notebooks statement to true, and it will also automatically execute all the notebooks that are part of this demo. Keep in mind, deploying the models to GPUs will take quite some time, so I expect at least 20 minutes to have both models, well, not both, basically all of the models deployed inside of Snowflake. The notebooks itself, you can see I linked them here. Once you created this setup here in Snowflake, you will have 2 notebooks, one for speech to text, which is walking you through all of the steps that you need to deploy a model in Snowflake. First of all, of course, defining the model. We are creating a custom model wrapper for it. We can, of course, immediately test the model. And then comes the interesting part where we are registering that model to Snowflake's model registry. This is a place where we are logging the model. We are telling it to use GPUs. And then finally, we are creating the inference service that is running on Snowpark container services. And from there on, this is exactly the inference endpoint the app is also using. A couple of logs here. You will see that you have created a new inference service. There is an inference endpoint available for you. And then last but not least, if you want to test it, you're getting a reference to that model object, and then you can just simply call modelref.run. You input data, the function that we developed for this model, and the service name, and as you can see, you will get the transcription of, in this case, a WAV file. The same is true for text-to-speech. Similar notebook, the structure is almost the same. Model definition, model registration, creating the inference service, and then inside of your application, you can make use of GPU-powered models. With that, I hope it was interesting for you. Feel free to try it out yourself, and then see you next time.